Hey everybody, and welcome to another fun journaling video. In today's video, I'm actually working in my standard size traveler's notebook. I'm really excited to do this journaling video today because it's been a while since I've actually played on camera in a standard size insert, and I love the process of that. Today I'm using supplies that I just got in from Sarah's Vintage Paper. I absolutely love the things that she does, but she had made these exclusive stamp collection packs that I absolutely had to have. One was like a vintage floral feel, and the other was just like antique stamps, and those happen to be my two favorite types of postage stamps to use. And so with quickness and without hesitation, I placed an order because not only did I love the stamps that she was sourcing, but she also made these exclusive, lovely tags that sort of held the stamps in. And I was actually really surprised when I opened the order to find that the freebie that she includes in all of her orders had more content in it than the actual postage stamps that I paid for, which is the easiest and most sure way to keep a customer, in my opinion. I have always been a firm believer that freebies just win your way to a customer's heart, and that is no exception here. Sarah also made this really beautiful tag for me. It has the Thomas Paine card with the quote from Hamilton that Angelica says that refers to Thomas Paine and Thomas Jefferson. The postage stamp that she put on the card is actually a postage stamp of the Jefferson Memorial, and it says, "We hold these truths," and it has Thomas Jefferson's signature on it. And I absolutely love this tag. I think it's one of the most thoughtful things that anybody has ever made for me before, and I absolutely love them. So that you can see here these custom cards that she made for this particular order. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I am obsessed with them. And once the stamps are gone, these are going to be just such little treasures to be able to have in my notebooks, to fill them back up with stamps and just have them on the go. And they're just beautiful. This is her freebie pack that I'm going to be pulling most of the stuff out from because, like I said, it was absolutely jam-packed full. And I loved all of the items that she sent. And it just made it really easy to create this layout with all of these things because everything was already a perfect size to use. It was all super cohesive, I'm sure accidentally so, but it really just was great, and the colors worked really well together. So I pulled everything out. I also had purchased some of these vintage paper confettis that she has. I love these because they remind me so much of the classic-y confetti that came out years and years ago and is really hard to find now. I believe I have only ever owned one pack of them because I've never been able to find them in stock again. And actually, I think it was a gift. I didn't even buy it, but I would definitely buy it again because I absolutely love them. It's just such an easy way to add something small, but with a lovely image on it. And Sarah has recreated that by using a punch and just punched out a bunch of different types of book pages, and it's just amazing. There's so many colors and textures, and there's pictures and different fonts and different languages, and I love them. I just had to have more. So I did purchase more when I made this order. I know that I said I was on a no spend, but I was drawn to these things. Sarah's like one of the most dear people in my life, and when I saw that she made something so incredible, I just knew I had to support it. It was in my heart. I had to do it, and I didn't feel any guilt or regret about it because I knew I was supporting someone that I love very much, and what she made was absolutely incredible, and it was just super easy to just go ahead and smash that buy button. But yeah, like I said, it was just so fun to be able to create with all of these things that she sent. Like I said, that freebie pack was just it was just so bountiful. Like it felt like it was never ending, and the stuff included was just fantastic. It made it very easy to put all of those things to work. So I pretty much did this in real time. I don't think I sped it up too much, and I didn't really cut a whole lot out because everything sort of flowed really well together, that I didn't actually have a need to speed up too fast or cut anything down, because it only took me, I think it was less than 20 minutes. I was able to get this layout done, and it's very, very heavy as far as like stuff. I definitely do not tend to go this heavy when it comes to this particular notebook, but I don't know. I was just so inspired by all this stuff and felt like I had to put it down. And I know I'm going to look back on it in like a week and be like, why? Why did you use all of that stuff on one layout? You could have made it go so much farther. But I just was having so much fun in the moment. It really didn't matter to me. I just wanted to do it. It felt good. And yeah, no regrets. Yeah, so I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope that you are enjoying February so far. It has been a pretty good start to 2021 here. I haven't had, January was definitely tough. There was probably 2 weeks in January that I wish I could just would like to disappear it from my brain, but we got through it. We made it work. We are here now and everything is fine. Things are looking up, and that is all that really matters. So I would love to know how you guys are all doing. How are you doing so far with all of your analog supplies and your intentions for the year? Have you failed miserably like I have with your no spend? I'm still continuing to do it, definitely. I'm not going to consider it a failure yet. I'm just going to consider a few hiccups that I had based on some weaknesses, but I think I'll be fine in the end. I'm still being super mindful about my purchases. I never really thought I had a purchasing problem anyway. I'm still being very mindful about what I spend my money on, but yeah, I still want to maintain that that mindset of how I spend my money. So that's why I'm continuing on with the no spend. And yeah, I'm just using one of those Kidda stickers that I got in. They're just little strips of washi tape, but they're the perfect size. And I wanted to include this business card from Sarah in my journal, not only to remind me where I got all these lovely things, but she wrote a really sweet note on the back of it and I wanted to keep it. And so I'm just tipping it into my journal. I covered up some pieces and I did sort of have some feelings about it at first, but then I decided to just sort of move on. It's a tip in, I can easily flip it open and it's not a big deal. And then I'm just going to sort of decorate that washi a little bit. It just feels very brash and blunt. It's the only solid color on the whole page, and so I wanted to cover it up just a little bit so that it wasn't quite as in your face. And I really just used 2 scrap pieces of paper, and it has this very finished look. So yeah, I wanted to use that tag originally, that Thomas Paine tag. I wanted to make that the focal piece, but I end up just tucking it away so that I can pull it out and look at it whenever I want. And I already had this piece here that was like the perfect little tuck spot. So I might take that yarn out so that it doesn't create such a big bubble, but I'm actually bringing it in closer so that you guys can see it. You can pause it and read it if you want. If you've seen Hamilton, you know what all of this is about, but it was just so thoughtful and I just loved it and thought it was great. So yeah. I'm just going to tuck it back into that little tuck spot. And like I said, I might take the yarn out so that it doesn't create such of like a ripple or bubble on the pages behind it, but I haven't fully decided on that yet. I really love adding all of that texture and fun stuff, so I don't know, we'll see. I had a bunch of pieces left over and I considered adding like sort of finishing this layout off, and I add this, but decide that I really love the way that it looks already. It's not very in your face, and I didn't feel like it needed that much more, but I also like wanted to use a lot of this stuff up too. So I do end up adding a few more pieces and a few other places just because, I don't know, I just felt like I needed to use them for some reason. But yeah, so like I said before, I would love to know how you guys are doing with all of your analog sort of choices this year. Are you enjoying the notebooks and journals that you chose this year? Are you enjoying any goals that you have set for yourself? How well are you doing with all of those? I'm just very curious to see what everybody else is doing and how well they think they're doing and all that stuff. I don't know, want some interaction, I guess. I'm very interested to see how everybody is dealing with their decisions, I guess. Anyway, so that's pretty much it with the layout. The video is basically done. I'm going to bring it in a little bit closer so that you can see some of those details a little bit, and then that's going to be it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If you're not subscribed, I would strongly suggest that you consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. And that's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye!